guys, welcome back to another episode of Sold Out, and it's obvious what we have in hand here today. The Puma MB 0.2s, whatever you call them. I call them the MB2s. This is Mellow and Puma's second version in the MB line, and we are going to jump right into it. You guys can see the box has the transparent window on it, kind of like the first ones did. The boxes for the Pumas are always dope. For the MB ones, I like the other one. Got the knot from here, right there. Now, let's get into the shoe. Now, like we always do, we are gonna weigh this sneaker first, because if I don't, my luck, I will probably forget, and I think that the weight of a sneaker is pretty important. Like, you have the LeBron 19, and then you have something, for instance, like the Kobe 11 that is like not even over 10 ounces. So, I mean, sneaker weight does matter to me. It's not a big make or break, but it does matter. I'm gonna say the sneaker's a little bit on the heavy side. I'm gonna say it's like 13.8, 13.6. So, I mean, a little bit on the heavier side, but nothing too extreme. So let's get one out of the way. Now, like we always do, working our way from the top down to the bottom. I'm just gonna kind of get it out of the way right now. It's basically the same sneaker. The design, like if I was to put the MB1 that I have behind me in this take the left of the MB1, take the right of the MB2, and have someone put them on my feet when I stood up, I barely would be able to tell the difference what sneaker I had on my foot. The last that they use, that's what they call this right here, and that's kind of the mold they use. It's called the last, is basically identically the same. The sneaker feels exactly the same. Now, there is some different parts to the sneaker. The materials are different. Padding on the back is a little bit less than the MB1. You got different traction. So we are going to get into this video and work our way from the top down to the bottom. So now we're gonna start with heel slip-in comfort. The same similar type of padding as the MB1s. Nice, kind of almost like a memory foam type vibe. And it's very comfortable on foot. It's just a little bit less minimal than the MB1. Maybe that's kind of help with the weight. I forgot exactly what the MB1 did, but I will be doing a versus video so we can kind of nitpick at a few of these things and just, you can tell what sneaker would be better for you in the long run. Even though the MB1s became a little bit hard to get, you can get a few colorways in it that's dropped down in price, so I guess that's pretty dope. These were available actually for a couple days after release. I was surprised. I think Puma realized that it was going to be a huge sale and a lot of people were going to cop this sneaker. So heel slip-in comfort, phenomenal, no issues whatsoever. Now heel lockdown, I had no issues with heel lockdown whatsoever in this. The lockdown on the sneaker was awesome, I loved it. So no complaints with heel padding and heel lockdown. Now down to the laces, pretty thick oval laces, no issues with the laces whatsoever. Pretty heavy duty, they feel heavy duty when you tie them. I like the laces on the MB1. Now down onto the tongue, you can see they have that logo, his tattoo logo right there. Kind of have this on a couple different places on the sneaker. For the tongue, I like the tongue on this one a little bit better. There's not as much padding. I like how they ported it a little bit better. They're using that jersey material again, kind of like they used on the MB1s, but it's not all over the sneaker, and it's a different material than what was on the MB1s. So now moving down to materials. Materials were similar to the MB1, but I don't think they were the exact same. Now, it's almost like a mesh on the sneaker. You guys can see that. It's like a mesh all around the sneaker. But it almost has like a ripstop coating over top of it. I'll let you guys hear it. You can hear that through my mic, I'm sure. It's a very thick material. Like I said, with all the jersey material and then that coating over top of it, I don't think this will be a very breathable sneaker. I ran hot and I only played in this for like 2.5 hours. My foot was definitely sweaty after coming out of the MB2s, but some people don't have a sweaty foot like me. Mine gets sweaty very quick and it just is what it is. But there is tons of overlays on this sneaker. You can see this over on the side. This is pretty hard plastic right here on the side. So that probably helps with support very much. There's some on this side, but it's not thick. It's more of that synthetic all around. Right here on the toe cap, if you're a toe dragger, definitely gonna be the sneaker for you. That is a very, very thick material because you have that jersey material, then the ripstop type material. I don't know what Puma calls that. And then you have the synthetic over top of that. So if you are a toe dragger, you will probably love this sneaker. So each sneaker kind of has like a different design to it. I'm pretty sure this one says 100 in the blue letters. You can see that. And then this one right here says rare. Took me a minute to figure out what that said, but yeah, they both have a different kind of phrase, some of Melo's phrases on both sides. And the TPU heel counter on the back is a beast heel counter. Probably one of the best heel counters that I've ever felt. The heel counter is amazing on this. Like I said, the heel lockdown, your foot slips in this and you just feel ready to go right off bat. No break-in time whatsoever. No issues with rubbing or anything like that. Now, my true size is 8. I went with a true size on this sneaker and it definitely fits true to size. If you're a wide footer, maybe go up a half size, but I hate telling people that because every single one of us is different. And I really hate telling someone, go up half a size, go up a whole size, because then you get it and you're like, this don't fit. So I hate to be that guy to say that, but this is a pretty narrow shoe. So if you're a wide footer, you might want to go up half a size just on the fact that how narrow this sneaker actually is. Now, down onto cushion. One issue that I had with the MB1 was the caging of the nitro foam. And I think it definitely made a difference because this sneaker, definitely you can feel that nitro foam underneath your foot. Now, they also have pods right here and right here that I could actually feel. And it's weird because when you wear Nike, you can feel that air. It's a little different feeling than air, but it's very similar. Like, I didn't think I'd weigh enough and play with enough force to like be able to feel them pods, but there is a pod right here, a foam pod square right here and right here, and you can actually feel both of them. I think if the insole was a little bit thinner, you would feel them like big time, but I think they did a good job with the cushioning on this, exposing the nitro. It's very soft. I wouldn't say Cushlon soft, maybe a little bit harder than Cushlon, but very similar. And I'm just glad to see that they did not cage the freaking nitro foam on the MB2. Now, down onto traction. I had an issue with the MB1. Great traction on a squeaky clean court, but if there was any dust present, the MB1 was sucking up all the dust in the area. You had to wipe the shoe frequently. It was an easy wipe, but this I do not think is going to have that same problem. I played on a court. It wasn't the cleanest court. I don't even think I wiped these one time. Just kept playing. Had a solid squeak. It wasn't like a high obnoxious squeak, just a nice little squeak like you would expect out of a basketball sneaker. Now some sneakers like the Curry 8s, you don't get that squeak, which that doesn't even bother me at all. It doesn't mean the performance is bad, but I do like to hear the squeak when I walk into the gym, whether it's from other people or from my shoes. I do like having a squeak on my shoes, and you get a minimal squeak with the MB2s. And the traction pattern on this, I guess, is from a feather. You guys can see that. I will play it in the B-roll. I like the traction on the MB2s better than the MB1s. Now, down onto my recommendations. First off, I want to start with, the only thing I don't like right off jump, first thing I noticed is I feel like I'm just wearing a remixed MB1. Like a new designer came in, they took the same exact shoe, took out the caging of the nitro foam, and just threw a couple different designs on it and threw some ripstop over the material, which I just really wasn't a fan of that, because when I get a new sneaker, I don't want to feel like I played in the guy's last sneaker. I want to feel like I played in the guy's next sneaker, his newest sneaker, and with this, I just didn't get that feeling. Like I said, if I close my eyes, somebody else puts these on my feet, the 1s and the 2s at the same time, I'm not going to be able to tell you what sneaker I have on. Maybe I would if it was like broken, but if they're brand new right out the box, I really don't think I'd be able to tell you because it's made off the same last. I wish they just would have went just a little bit different, a little outside the box. I know Melo's rare and not from here, and I wanted to feel that vibe in his sneaker, and I just did not get that with this sneaker. It was a very great sneaker. I recommend this to anyone. If you guys had the 1, you like the 1, I think you will like the 2 better, just because the traction's better, the cushion was better. It just felt a little bit better overall. Like they just tweaked a few things. You know, the dust factor sucked on the MB1s. I was sliding out. In the clean gym, they're a great shoe. I love the MB1s. But then when I went down to a different gym, I was kind of slipping and sliding all over and really could not enjoy the MB1s. And I even changed into my LeBron 18 lows. So that tells you right there the traction was not the best in the world. But yes, guys, I would recommend this to anyone. From grade school on to college, you'll probably see a couple guys wearing this in the NBA. I've seen a few guys wearing the Puma TRC Blaze Court, like I said they would, and then the Nitro Rise as well. And if you ask me when it came down to it, would I play in this or the TRC Blaze, I'd probably take this. But if you ask if I would rather play in the Nitro Rise or this, I would go with the Puma Nitro Rise. I really enjoyed that shoe, and I just liked it a little bit better than this. Aesthetically, I even liked it better. kind of just too gimmicky. Like, they have too much going on. They got all the tattoos, the wings, and the rare. And I mean, that's all cool, but I don't think we need that much stuff on a sneaker. Maybe I'm blind, but there's so much going on. I can't tell what the hell's going on some of this. I had to look some of it up, actually. And when I was just sitting here right now, I seen the 100 jump out at me, so I figured that out just on the fly. But it's a good sneaker. Like I said, the breathability factor, I'm not a big fan. I run super hot. My foot runs super hot. I don't like being all crazy sweaty. I love having tons of ventilation in my sneaker, like kind of like the GT cut, the Jordan 36, the Jordan 37, but that didn't even feel safe to play in. Grant Williams found that out very quick. I actually got him on my fantasy team, and he's out right now, but I don't think it's from the Jordan 37 issue. But yes, this is definitely going to be a supportive sneaker. You're going to have good traction, good cushion. So if that's what you're looking for, it's a narrow sneaker. That's what you want in a sneaker, go ahead and get you the Puma MB2s. You will have no issues with this sneaker. It's going to get you buckets. It's going to be safe underfoot. You're not going to have many problems with this sneaker. So guys, this is my rundown of the Puma MB2s. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Sold Out. Peace.